All right, welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to talk about arc measure. We're kind of continuing talking about circles. So this is Unit 8, Lesson 5, arc measure. And the main idea behind this is the measure of an arc is equal to the measure of the central angle. And I'll explain what a central angle is here in just a second. And it's also double the measure of an inscribed angle. So let me grab a couple circles here that we can talk about. Here's one. And here's another. So let's talk about the difference between a central angle and an inscribed angle. So a central angle is an angle that uses the center of a circle, hence the term central. So central, center. So a central angle starts at the center and goes out. Now when I say arc measure, what I'm talking about is an angular measure for the distance around the circle. Now, if I say arc length, I'm looking for the measure of that in feet, meters, inches, whatever. But if it's arc measure, we'll call these A and B, and we'll call the center C. If it's the arc measure, it's how many degrees the central angle would be. So in this case, if I say the central angle is 70 degrees, then that would mean the arc measure from A to B is also 70 degrees. And the way that's written in math is this arc with AB underneath it is equal to 70 degrees. Okay, now let's take a look at what an inscribed angle is. So that's a central angle. Let's look at an inscribed angle. So an inscribed angle, instead of coming from the center, comes from a point on the circle to two other points that are on the circle. Now in the same situation here, I'm going to call these, switch to my pen tool. I'm going to call these A, B, and then over here this is C. Now the arc measure from A to B is going to be equal to double whatever the measure of angle ACB is. So let's say the measure of angle ACB is 34 degrees. That would mean the arc measure from A to B is double that, which would be 68 degrees. Okay, let's take a look at your Delta Math assignment for the week. Okay, so here we are. We have circle K with the measure of minor arc JL being 48 degrees. It's asking you to find the measure of angle JML. So the first thing you should do is decide, is the angle a central angle, meaning coming from the center of the circle, or is it an inscribed angle, meaning coming from another point on the circle? So in this case, angle JML is coming from another point on the circle, not the center, so that makes this an inscribed angle. Since it's an inscribed angle, that means that the measure of the arc from J to L is going to be double the measure of the inscribed angle. So if J to L is 48 degrees, that means JML is half that, so that if you doubled it, you'd get 48. So in this case, JML is 24 degrees. Okay? Let's look at another one here. So here we have, this is kind of the reverse of that. We have angle MQP is 23 degrees. We need to find the measure of minor arc MP. So we need to first decide, is this a central or an inscribed angle? In this case, it's an inscribed angle because Q is a point that is on the circle. That means that the arc measure of MP is going to be double the angle measure of MQP. And so the angle measure of MQP is 23, so the arc measure of MP is 46. All right, let's look at one more here. Actually, there we go. So here's a central one. Circle with K, the measure of arc JL is 82 degrees. So again, ask yourself, is this a central angle or an inscribed angle? And in this case, it's central, since it's coming from the center. So if JL is 82 degrees, then the measure of angle JKL is going to be the same, which is also 82 degrees. So you have two assignments for the week. You have the one that's short, that's 5 problems that goes with your notes. And then you have a longer review assignment. Those are both due Friday by midnight. Last week, I think I put the wrong due time on your assignment, so I'm pretty sure I've learned from that, and I have the correct due time. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. We can do Google Hangouts, or we can do a Zoom meeting, or whatever. Yeah, I hope you guys are all staying safe, and have a great day.